Hey committee, it's Dean Marks. I am doing my week 7 master's project update. I'm just going to kind of riff through what I've done here. I'm up to just on the code. I think I've passed the 5,000 line mark. Um, yeah, so I've got a new landing page. This little zigzag thing I think is kind of cool. Um, I also added this benefits and features page. The reason why is like one, just to kind of spell out dummy proof of like what we're doing. So like I'm gonna do the features for the back end and the front end. I've only built the front end yet, but like the idea is customizable websites. Like each branch gets its own website. You can create, you can edit like what's going on the front end, from the back end. Talk about how you can like switch between the branches. Talk about how you can take the online payments and keeps up with your inventory, all that jazz. Talk about the onboarding process, how you can like scan documents. This is all just kind of placeholder. The signature and the contracts. And then I talk about the gate technology, about how you can open your gate from the front end, and how when you open your gate, it'll like generate a map for you. And so one of the reasons I did that is I learned about SEO a little bit this week. Um, and so I learned that nothing is ever going to really, the way that the scraper bots work that like index everything on Google or whatever, is it's never going to get to the back end or the front end page because I've got this pop up. Let me restart this because I was running it earlier. Um, but because I've got this, this pop-up, like the scraper bots never get past this, and because of that they'll never like see the stuff on the back end. So it's a good idea to have this benefits page so that there's publicly available all the stuff that's like going on the site. Because it just helps the SEO. It helps it get ranked in the algorithm. And so again, let's jump into the back end. I've changed some stuff up. All right, let's do this. Test@gmail.com. All right, so again, when you do that, so you're about to hit populate probably, test@gmail.com. And the point of the spinner or whatever is what's really going on is it's just logging it on Google. So when you land the same selection page to like switch between your branches, I think before it may have just been a picture. Now it like actually works, or maybe I had it where it could work, but now like when you switch from one branch to another, like it changes kind of everything. I've completely refactored the like in databases, so now there's 4 databases as opposed to 1. So now like we're working in fake branch. Let's go back to fake branch 1, and let's all right, so we're in fake branch 1, and it knows my location too. That's how it sets where fake branch 1 is. Fake branch 1 is always at your location. But let's look at the map real quick. So this map, notice I moved all these people out here. Now let's go and switch to just any other location. I don't know, fake branch 4. And then when you look at their facilities map, it's different, which, these people aren't moved out. Now I haven't, it's eventually going to have its own map and database and all that. Right now they started at the same, but I've got this week I'll build some different maps for each facility and like update a database and all that. But like for now, I just wanted to prove that it works, and I'm trying to like refactor the logic and the back end architecture to like make sure that everything kind of works. So each one's gonna have its own contact card, its own calendar, its own independent automation page, and its own independent back end settings. So like whatever you have here. And also, I don't know if I talked about this last week, but the gate coordinates. So each one will have its own gate coordinates, which is different from a street address, right? Because your street address, you can't just like you could just put your address, but like these are big facilities. So your gate might be like on the other, you know what I mean? Like depending on where it drops the pin for your street address, it could be half a mile away or something from your gate. So like the idea is you would find your precise coordinates using Google Maps or your phone or whatever. And then again, this is, I need to spell out that this is in feet, not meters. Um, but yeah, so then like on your when you're on your phone, it's how far that you can be away. Um, but yeah, so that's sort of kind of on the back end that I did. Uh, yeah, this needs to be changed. Okay, that's weird. I guess I haven't put this new navigation bar on all of them because that was. I guess I haven't applied that consistently yet. Okay. Yeah, because it's like on the automation page. It's the old one. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the front end. So now on the front end, the way that this works is when you, I think I've talked about this before, that so fake, you're always going to be, the way I've set it up is that fake branch 1 will always be your location. So like if you zoom in, I mean, it's the exact same spot. So the idea is like this is a demo, right? So the idea is if you open this anywhere in the world, it's going to populate 4 locations near you. So it'll have at least one. Actually, you know what? This could break down if you're in a rural area. But the code, the pseudocode is basically, so it reads in your location, and then, so it marks this one as your location, so it'll always open the gate for testing for branch 1. Then what it does is it runs a Google Maps search using the Google Maps API to search for self-storage facilities near that location. So these are like actual places, it's just random. So like if I was over here, if I was in like downtown or something, it might be completely different points. Like these aren't hard coded. These were just created on the fly when I looked at it. So like, and the idea was like, if you're in Detroit, it's weird if you're looking at, you know what I mean? It feels more real if you're looking at the map and it's like your market basically. And so that was the idea of like granting the location permission settings on your phone up front. On a laptop, it works just kind of automatically, but on your phone, you have to like grant permission settings. And it's different browser to browser, but it seems to work pretty good for my testing. I haven't got any input from y'all, so maybe you'll test it and let me know if it's working for you or not. But on it works on my machine. Yeah. And then so like, each branch will have different pricing, different inventory. We started with the same database, different gate codes, different account codes, and all that jazz. And then you switch between the branches just like on the back end. So quick. I might change it so that you just click and change. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. I kind of like the change branch button. And so again, you can see those different settings based on, it's like right here, the price is 500 and it's different inventory, and it clearly looks different than the others. And so I think the database is basically the same, but as I start to change it, it'll be different codes. And it won't open here because its gate coordinates were set up programmatically that when in the setup demo function, it creates these coordinates. So the branch, I think it's called the branch gate coordinates function that it reads in that puts this here, also has it in the back end. It sets it there. So like if I tried to open this, it would say like you're too far away, because we are. Yeah. Even if I had a gate code that worked, it wouldn't work. So yeah, that's kind of all I've done this week. It's coming together. I did a lot up front, but it slowed down a little bit because a buddy and I we're doing another project behind. So we just like completely stole the code for this and like just threw together another company. We build podcast studios for like police stations. LRPD was our first client, and we're gonna try to get some more. But yeah, so we just like build their website, and we're actually able to use like a lot of the same code. I mean, it's like kind of a complete knockoff. But yeah, so that was why I'm kind of glad that I changed from the programmatic stock trading thing to the web development project, because it kind of forces you to do web development. And I think it's probably a little bit more of a like more powerful skill, just in terms of like, because like once you can put it visually on the internet, it makes it real. It's like this feels like a real company now, and it's like we literally just made this up. Like, all we had to do is like copy the code base and then like change a few things, and it just kind of works. So now it's like we've got a product to go sell people. So I think it was kind of happy that I learned this, because it was pretty easy to like just convert the code base over. It was like kind of surprising. And so this one works the same way that you can get on the back end and edit the front end, and you know, and so yeah. Anyway, just something that I worked on this week that you know basically like this ended up being like practically effectable in the real world, because we kind of had this little side business before, and they asked us like, hey, can you put together a presentation for us because we want to take it to North Little Rock. And it's like, well, here you go. Like, yeah, easy. Now it's just like a full page, or a full application. So it's like, you want to sign up, like, go ahead, buddy. I mean, it's the exact same thing. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I did this week. This week, I need to focus really hard on figuring out the Stripe. So I think I'm gonna put the Stripe integration on the back end. I'm gonna put it like within the contact card. Here, there's gonna be a link. So the same way that the calendar works, there might be like a button here that says like view financial stuff, and it'll have their credit card and payment history, and things like that there. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm gonna cut it off. I feel like I've been going for a while. You know, Again, if you guys have any input or suggestions or anything, please let me know. I've had no input from you guys. Like literally, I've had no input from y'all. And also, I haven't seen your name on my like demo inquiry either. So it's like I don't know if y'all are watching these videos or what. But um, anyway, that's all I got for week 7. I will see you guys in the future.